Hey, what's up, everybody? It's RG. Hey, I'm gonna start putting out a new cook series called Mama's Recipes. Showcase all the stuff I grew up on, all the good old Southern food, unhealthy food that we all love for comfort food. But I'm gonna try to put one out every once a month or so, something like that. Whenever I got time, kind of journal all this food and recipes that are kind of everybody's kind of losing how to make them and stuff like that. So anyway, I think it'd be kind of fun and interesting. So y'all come along, hang on with me. All right, the first video in Mama's cooking series is going to be fried pork chops and black-eyed peas with macaroni and cheese. All right, the ingredients for today is going to be some center cut, bone-in, thin sliced pork chops. We got some farm fresh frozen black-eyed peas from a local nearby farm. We're going to use some smoked bacon and good old Kraft macaroni and cheese. Gonna spice it up with some Country Boys Old Number One seasoning. That's my favorite all-around go-to seasoning for just general spicing food, and we'll throw in some salt and pepper also, but that's what we're gonna be starting with. All right, we're gonna get our black-eyed peas started so they can be cooking down while we do the frying of the pork chops. All right, we're gonna go ahead and throw our bacon strips in there. Let them cook down, get a little bit of bacon fat started for the peas. All right, we got some grease in there now, so we're gonna throw some onions in it and our bacon. And what would be ideal is if you had maybe some leftover smoked ham bone, ham hocks, or anything like that. But everybody usually got bacon in the refrigerator. That's why I'm going with bacon. Just that's how it was normally made when I was growing up. We'll cook them down just a few minutes. Then we'll get ready to throw our peas in. All right, we're gonna put in a couple of quarts of water. All right, so we got our 1.5 pounds of black-eyed peas thrown in there. If you don't have any access to fresh frozen peas or a garden or anything like that, you can just use good old Trappies. That's one of my favorite brand, Trappies, and I can't think of any others right now, but that's usually what we had growing up anyway, was the canned peas. Unless it was summertime, we could get some from somebody's garden. We'll let them start cooking up. We'll wait and season them, see how much seasoning we need to add after that bacon and everything gets in there and does this thing. All right, we're gonna make up the batter for the pork chops. I got about 3 cups of flour in there. You got to watch out if you're gonna just use salt and pepper like sometimes we always do, but I'm gonna use the Old Number One Country Boys. It's pretty salty already, so I'm not gonna add any more salt to it. I probably will add some more black pepper, but we'll pour that in, get it stirred up. And when it comes to the coating, that's all to your taste. I started with 3 cups of flour because I didn't want to have to mix anymore again. But you can start telling by the way it looks if you use a red color flour. Just take a little bit with your finger and taste it. See if you can taste the salt in there or not. Once you can taste the salt in it and it tastes like it's got a good flavor, that's when I just go ahead and get ready and start battering everything up. All right, we're going to throw a little, we're going to throw a little black pepper on top of these before we. All right, All right, the way we do fried pork chops in my house, we don't put any eggs and milk batter, none of that stuff. We take pork chops, pat them dry, put a little bit of salt and pepper on the pork chop itself. And then we just dust them in the flour, shake off any excess. Now we're ready to start cooking. When it comes to the oil, you just want to put enough oil in there to where when you put a couple of pork chops in there, it's only going to come up on the sides about halfway of that pork chop. You don't want the oil coming over the top and washing all your flour off. You need a pretty medium high heat to start off with. So we're just going to put our pork chops in our flour, seasoned up flour. Kind of smash it down on there. Shake off any excess and then lay it in your grease. Like I said, I almost got too much grease in there. It's going to come up over the edges. I just use regular vegetable cooking oil. We'll let that go till we start seeing some browning around the edges, and then we'll flip it over with using a fork, tongs, whatever you want to use. All right, we're getting a little brown around the edges now. You can see we're going to slowly flip it over. We'll let them set. You don't want to be sliding them around, moving them around. That'll knock that thin coat of flour off. And the way we were raised, when it comes to pork, you fry it till it can't be fried no more. All of our, we love these thin cut, crispy fried pork chops. All right, we got our second batch fried pork chops in there. Got a pro tip for you. After you take that first batch out, go ahead and sample it. Check your spices. Make sure your batter's got enough flavor in it. You don't want to overdo it right off the bat. You can always add more. So check that first one. Make sure it's good. Got our peas boiling down still. They looking good. And I'm slipping because normally I got Jiffy corn mix for some cornbread, but today we don't have it. Got our still got our peas. They just about ready. And we're gonna get some fried okra going. All right, I added a little more grease to the pan skillet, and we're gonna do some fried okra to go along with it. Just want to wait, throw one in, see when your temperature gets back up. And a trick to the fried okra is, especially if you're using frozen okra, leave it frozen. Don't take it out till you're ready to start cooking with it. And don't crowd the pan. You don't want them touching all over each other. Just give them plenty of room. They'll be nice and crispy, and won't be all clumpy and stuck together and the batter fall off of them. And just wait till they're nice golden brown. After they start browning up a little bit, go ahead and swish them around so you can get all sides good and done. Alright, once you see the edges browning up, just go ahead and give it a stir. They won't stick together anymore. Give them a stir, kind of get them back sides that hadn't cooked, get them down to grease. You have to do that another time or two and they'll come out looking all golden and pretty, just like these. All right, there you go, some fried pork chop goodness. And was all right, so there you go, fried pork chops, mac and cheese, black-eyed peas, and fried okra. Pretty typical southern dinner. If you got any questions, anything I did or how to make it, just let me know in the comments. All right, I hope y'all enjoyed that first episode of Mama's recipes and just food I ate growing up. If y'all like to see more, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you might like to see, what I could do better, anything like that. Until next time, we'll see y'all down the road.